From Los Angeles, TraderInsight.com presents Dr. Adrian Manz in the war room and at the helm with today's look at stocks and sectors on the radar.
For TraderInsight.com, this is Adrian Manz, and this is Stocks and Sectors on the Radar for Monday, December 22nd, 2008. Well, the industrials managed to close down 25.88 points at 8,579.11 on the Friday session. We had 1,959 stocks advance, 1,154 decline, and 2.46 billion shares exchanged hands. The Dow, this is no surprise, is right in the middle of the Dow box. We've got seemingly no ability whatsoever to get above 9,000 on any kind of news, no movement below 8,000 on any kind of news. There was a very tepid reaction on Friday to the news from the financials, to the news from the automakers. Just seems like the Santa Claus rally is not in the cards this year, unless there is some attempt at some window dressing going into the end of the year here. I think we are going to go out right in the middle of this range, much the same way as we've been trading since the beginning of October. Now, the rest of the indices, pretty much the same dance once again. S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, NASDAQ Composite, all doing the same thing, all stuck in a range, all looking to go out of the year without much constructive or deconstructive price action. In the individual stocks for Monday, I'm going to watch in chemicals. I am going to watch Potash Corporation. These guys, of course, are fertilizer manufacturers, so specialty chemical is going to be the index we want to keep an eye on. Ticker symbol here is POT. Any move above 73.65, 73.70, somewhere around there, is going to have me interested in a switch hitter continuation move to the upside on this one. And I'm going to manage to keep a tight stop on this, hopefully, so it's going to be based on the ability to find some support and resistance early in the session that allows me to define a stop in POT. Then I've also got eBay, oddly enough, right? I don't trade a lot of NASDAQ stuff, but eBay above 14.82, so in EBAY is the ticker symbol here. Above 14.82, I'm going to be looking for entry opportunities that give me an entry off an intraday pullback to a trend line, and then continuation moves to the upside. There's not much room to the upside in general on this one. I think that 15.22 or so is going to stop it pretty much dead in its tracks, but if we can get some intraday scalps on this, I'll be happy to take them, as this one can trade, can get some pretty nice intraday volatility. Then I've also got in the semiconductors, I've got a set of overlapping signals here. I've got a fastball expansion of range and volume and a 3-2 pitch setup in Micro Semi Corporation. Ticker symbol is MSCC. This one's on the short side. I'm going to be looking below $11.35 on this for a possible move down into the $10.50, $10.60 price range. So I'm going to want to see once again some intraday resistance establish itself, probably in the first half hour or so of trading. Once I see that, if that represents an acceptable stop loss level, I'll be looking for entries below that $11.35 a share level. I've got iShares, the biotech index here, ticker symbol's IBB. This one is also on the short side. This is an infield fly setup. Entry on this would be around 69.35 per share. I'll be looking to short this if the Amex Biotechnology Index starts to look like it's selling off and we get some sell-off in the broader indices. Then I've got a sector play in the metals and ores. So I've got Barrick Gold Corporation. This one's a switch hitter setup on the long side. Ticker symbol here is ABX. Any trade on this above 34.05, 34.07, somewhere in there, is going to have me interested in a switch hitter continuation move to the long side. I'm going to need to find a suitable stop level on this and just about all these candidates in the morning. 35.35, right around there, is the longer term price target, maybe down around 35.10 or so. If I can get a decent intraday move out of this, I will not hold it overnight, even if it closes strongly in my favor. If I don't get to that target, given the volatility that I'm expecting due to light volume this week, I'm not going to be holding any of these switch hitter setups as swings. I've also got Newmont Mining Corporation, ticker symbol NEM, trade above 38.40 on this one is going to be the magic number. If I see the metals, if I see the gold stocks moving higher, XAU is the gold index. If I see that moving to the upside, then I'll be interested in a long side entry on this one, particularly once I find a support stop off the opening bell. Then I've also got Gold Corp. This one looks particularly interesting to me, as it's got looks like a pretty easy move to the upside if it can trigger here, if it can get clear of some of this intraday junk that we saw on Friday. Something right around 29.70 is going to be my target on GG. 29.13, 29.15, maybe somewhere around there would be a suitable entry on this one if I see that the indices are trading in my direction. And then finally, I've got Pan American Silver Corp. This one, same kind of a deal. Switch hitter setup. Entry will be above $15.55. And if I get that entry signal and I see support from the broader indices and from the sector, then I'll be looking for an initial target somewhere up around the 15.95 or so level. I think we're going to see some resistance there on this one. Now, if you haven't read Around the Horn, I suggest you do it just to brush up on what some of these patterns are that I talk about here every day. It's Around the Horn, a trader's guide to consistently scoring in the markets. You can get it, there's a great price on it at traderinsight.com. You can also get it at amazon.com, or if you choose to pay retail, you can also pick the book up out at your local retailer, Barnes & Noble, etc. But do brush up on the patterns. If you have any questions about anything you read in the book or anything that we discuss here today, you can email me at adrian@traderinsight.com. And please remember to use protective stops on every trade, and have a really good trading day on Monday.